Welcome to the longest running quiz show in the area. Categories. High school students compete to answer questions on topics from art to science, history to current events. And now, here's your categories host, John Bartell.
Hi, welcome to Categories. Today we're bringing you what I promise will be a great game between the Blue Valley Tigers and the Shawnee Mission Northwest Cougars. Let's go ahead and meet our contestants. First from Blue Valley.
I'm Jamie and I'm a senior.
I'm Awesome and I'm a senior.
I'm Luke and I'm a sophomore.
I'm Calvin, I'm a senior.
I'm Luke and I'm a junior.
And our competitors from Shawnee Mission Northwest.
I'm Kirk and I'm a senior.
I'm Alex and I'm a senior.
I'm Tyler and I'm a junior.
I'm Spencer and I'm a sophomore.
I'm Avery and I'm a junior.
All right, well, Tyler, Avery, we're not going to count that against you. That's okay. Here on Categories in the first round, a team is asked a question. If they respond incorrectly, the other team will get a chance to steal that particular category. We did a coin toss before the game or the taping had started, and it was won by Blue Valley. So Blue Valley, here is your first category. It's science, specifically fuels. What is considered to be the lightest and most volatile of liquid burner fuels? It is often used as a fuel in portable heaters. Calvin.
Butane.
It's not butane. Cougars, chance to steal this science fuels category. What is considered to be the lightest and most volatile of liquid burner fuels? It is often used as a fuel in portable heaters. Kirk.
Is it propane?
It is not propane. We're looking for kerosene. Kerosene. Cougars, you do get the next category. It is U.S. geography. In order to have valleys, you must have mountains. The Panamid Mountains are to the west of what Western American valley? Kirk.
Death Valley?
It is Death Valley. Current events for you Tigers. George Lucas sold his film business and the Star Wars franchise for $4 billion to what entertainment giant? Luke Coe.
Disney.
Disney is correct. Cougars, science, anatomy is your category. Which of the hand's 5 digits has a special section of the brain reserved for its control? Alex.
The thumb.
It is the thumb. Ancient history, Blue Valley. Hannibal's elephant cavalry would have been mighty indeed had not most of the elephants died crossing which mountain range? James.
The Alps.
The Alps is correct. Northwest, back to you. Vocabulary is the question. Identify the synonym for inactive. It also ending with IVE. Tigers, you get a stab at this vocabulary question. Identify the synonym for inactive, also ending with IVE. Calvin.
Passive.
Passive is exactly the one we're looking for. Tigers, you have the next category. It is general knowledge. On what island would you find the world's largest garbage dump? Luco?
Zabaleen.
Pardon me?
Zabaleen.
I'm sorry, that is incorrect. Cougars, chance to steal this general knowledge category. On what island would you find the world's largest garbage dump? Kirk.
Long Island?
It is not Long Island, it is Staten Island. Staten Island. Cougars, you do get the next category, and it is sports. Which Olympic sport was once known as water ballet? Kirk.
Synchronized swimming?
Synchronized swimming is what we were looking for. Very good. Tigers, you have the next category. It is music composition. The greatest work of a composer is referred to as a masterpiece. What 2 Latin words express it more elegantly? Awesome.
Magnum opus.
That is correct. Cougars, literature is your category. What American essay writer and poet who wrote in an informal, personal style also authored 3 children's books? Alex.
Mark Twain.
It is not Mark Twain. Blue Valley, chance to steal this literature category. What American essay writer and poet who wrote in an informal, personal style also authored 3 children's books? E.B. White. E.B. White is what we were looking for. Tigers, you do get the next category. It is math. If I gave you 231 cubic inches of a given liquid, into what size container would it fit exactly? James.
A gallon.
A gallon. Very good. Northwest, you have the next category, U.S. government. Which of these cabinet positions was created after 1850? Secretary of the Treasury, Secretary of Agriculture, Attorney General, or Postmaster General? Kirk.
Postmaster General.
I'm sorry, that is incorrect. Blue Valley, chance to steal this U.S. government category. Which of these cabinet positions was created after 1850? Secretary of the Treasury, Secretary of Agriculture, Attorney General, or Postmaster General? Calvin.
Secretary of Agriculture.
That is exactly what we're looking for. Very good. Tigers, you do get the next category. It is world geography, specifically production. Which island is the world's 3rd largest producer of tea? James.
Sri Lanka.
Sri Lanka, exactly. Okay, Northwest, the next question goes to you. It's general knowledge category. What type of performers enter the annual Van Cliburn International Competition? Spencer.
Pianists.
That is correct. Nice job. Blue Valley, you have the next category. It is U.S. history. I need 2 answers on this. Name the man and the record. In 1980, he was 69 years old, which broke the old record. Then he broke his own record in 1984 at the age of 73. Name the man and the record. James.
Ronald Reagan for oldest president.
Exact. That's the 2 we're looking for. Very good. Cougars, current events is your category. In a South Korean zoo, scientists are studying an animal that has learned to imitate human speech and can say 5 words in Korean. Name the species of animal. Alex?
A cat.
It is not a cat. Tigers, chance to steal this current events question. In a South Korean zoo, scientists are studying an animal that has learned to imitate human speech and can say 5 words in Korean. Name the species of animal. James?
A monkey.
It is not a monkey. It's an elephant, believe it or not. An elephant. Blue Valley, you do get the next category. It's science, botany. The Vera species of which succulent plant is also called medicine plant for its soothing sap? Calvin.
Aloe.
Aloe is correct. Cougars, you have the next category. It starts with a TH, and the category is Greek theater. Starts with a TH. It is the Greek muse of comedy. Alex?
Thalia.
Thalia is correct. General knowledge for you, Tigers. What slang term was used in the 1920s to describe a .45 caliber automatic weapon invented by J.T. Thompson? Calvin?
Tommy gun.
Tommy gun. Northwest, you have the next category. It's economics terminology. What is a legal declaration that a person cannot pay his debts upon?
Bankruptcy.
Tyler?
Bankruptcy.
It is bankruptcy. Tigers, next category for you is fine arts, painting. What objects take on unusual appearance in the Salvador Dali painting, The Persistence of Memory? Luke?
Clocks.
Clocks. Clocks or watches. We would accept it either one. Northwest, U.S. geography, population is your category. 2 states west of the Mississippi have had a population increases of more than 40% since 1990. Name both of these western states. Alex?
California and Texas.
I'm sorry, I cannot accept that. Tigers, your chance to steal this population category. 2 states west of the Mississippi have had population increases of more than 40% since 1990. Name both of these western states. Awesome.
Nevada and Arizona.
Those are the two. Tigers, you do get the next category. It's science symbols. In chemistry and physics, it stands for atomic number. In electricity, for impedance. What letter am I talking about? Calvin.
Ohm.
Sorry, cannot accept that. Cougars, chance to steal this science symbols category. In chemistry and physics, it stands for an atomic number. In electricity, it stands for impedance. What letter am I talking about? Oh, we're looking for Z. Z. Northwest, you do get the next category. It is military history. It's a fairly long question, so please pay attention. From late July to early September of 1864, Confederate General John B. Hood defended his southern capital city against the stronger Union forces until all supplies had been cut and there was no alternative to retreat. Name that city. Kirk.
Vicksburg.
I'm sorry, it is not Vicksburg. Tigers, chance to steal this military history category. From late July to early September of 1864, Confederate General John B. Hood defended this southern capital city against the stronger Union forces until all supplies had been cut and there was no alternative but to retreat. Name that city. James.
Richmond.
I'm sorry, it is not Richmond. It's Atlanta. Atlanta. Tigers, you do get the next category. It is also a history question, but this time medieval history. What medieval hero was both the last of the great barbarian conquerors and the first of the European Christian emperors? Cougars, chance to steal this medieval history category. What medieval hero was both the last of the great barbarian conquerors and the first of the European Christian emperors? Alex.
Charlemagne.
It is Charlemagne. Cougars, you got the next category. It is a science terminology. An agronomist is an expert in what? Alex.
Agricultural science.
Pardon me?
Agricultural science.
Agricultural science or field and crops. Very good. Tigers, you have the next category. It is general knowledge. General knowledge. Mexico is a major source of the fire type of which gems? Cougars, you have a chance to steal this general knowledge category. Mexico is a major source of the fire type of which gems? Alex?
Jet.
I'm sorry, I cannot accept that. We're looking for opal. Opal. Northwest, you have the next question. It is sports, specifically equestrian. Equipment for riding a horse, such as bridle and saddle, is collectively known as what? Sorry, time on that. Blue Valley, chance to steal this sports equestrian question. Equipment, we will finish this question. Equipment for riding a horse, such as a bridle and a saddle, is collectively known as what? James.
Tack.
Tack, very good. And with that correct response, you've opened up a bit of a lead here going into halftime. Blue Valley with the score of 13 and Shawnee Mission Northwest score of 8. At this time in our program, we will go to a member of each team and they will give us a campus update. And first we're going to go to Blue Valley and Calvin. Calvin, what is happening with the Tigers?
Our marching band just finished up its season and it had a very successful season, going to a few competitions and doing very well there. Our volleyball team just came back with their runner-up state title, so we're very proud of them. Our play is the Noises Off is going to be put on this week, and our our school won the Avila Young Women's Science Competition for the 6th year in a row, I believe. So, again, and our cross-country team went to state, and Colton Donahue is the fastest boy in the state of Kansas.
Very good. Outstanding. Outstanding. And Shawnee Mission Northwest. Kirk, you are giving the update, so what's happening with the Cougars?
Our own Spencer and Tyler up here just got second at the K-State programming competition out of everyone in the state. Our boys cross-country team not only went to state, but we won, and that's our 21st trophy for Coach Van Rose. Our robotics team got second at the Cowtown Throwdown Tournament. Our production of Thoroughly Modern Millie just wrapped up this week. Our school blood drive was today, and I voted.
Fantastic. All right. Good stuff from both schools. I love how that not only academically, athletically, but also giving to the community and performing arts. Two very well-rounded schools. Outstanding. As we head into the second round here on categories, it is the lightning round in which a question is placed on the floor for either team to answer. If a team does respond incorrectly, the other team will get a chance to steal that point. So here we go. Both teams. Fine arts, dance is the category. This dance form in 3/4 time gained such popularity. Avery?
Waltz.
I'm sorry, waltz is not what we're looking for. Blue Valley, chance to steal this fine arts dance category. This dance form in 3/4 time gained such popularity in the 17th century that it superseded many older dances, and it was adopted by 18th century classical era composers as the third movement in their symphonies and quartets. Name this form. We're looking for minuet. Minuet. Both teams, here we go. The next category is U.S. government trade. What condition, in addition to having a trade agreement with the U.S., does the 1974 Jackson-Vanik Amendment require before a nation can be granted most favored nation status? But they must allow freedom to emigrate. Freedom to emigrate. Here we go. Both teams. The next category is vocabulary. And this is a short question. What is a glockenspiel? Alex?
A musical instrument.
Musical instrument. Very good. Fine arts, theater for both teams. What's the only Pulitzer Prize play with an invisible animal as the title character? Calvin?
Harvey.
Harvey is correct. Shakespeare for both teams. Of whom did Shakespeare say, and this is in quotes, age cannot wither her, nor custom stale her in infinite variety? Alex?
Elizabeth I.
I'm sorry, cannot accept that. Tigers, chance to steal this Shakespeare category. Of whom did Shakespeare say, age cannot wither her, nor custom stale her infinite variety? Sorry, Calvin, did not get that in time. It's Cleopatra. Cleopatra. American history for both teams. The only trace of the lost colony of Roanoke was the word Croatoan, carved on a tree. It is most probably a reference to what? Alex?
A local Indian tribe.
A local Indian tribe is correct. Science, geology for both teams, and it is multiple choice. Geologists have subdivided geologic time into units based on rock type, fossil evidence, erosion rates, or landscape development. Luca.
Fossil evidence.
Fossil evidence is correct. Another island question for both teams. Name the country that claims to own the island of Bermuda. James.
United Kingdom.
It is the United Kingdom. Very good. General knowledge for both teams. Looking for a couple answers here. Name any 3 of the 4 months without a federal holiday. Alex.
June, May, and October.
Sorry, cannot accept that. Tigers, you have a chance to steal this general knowledge category. Name any 3 of the 4 months without a federal holiday. Awesome.
March, April, and October.
Sorry, cannot accept that either. It's March and April, June and August. June and August. Both teams, here we go, American history. The United States and Great Britain disputed ownership of the Oregon Territory until the mid-19th century. What other 2 nations disputed ownership of the same lands in the 17th and 18th centuries? Awesome.
Spain and Russia.
Spain and Russia, very good. Science, environmental science to be exact. What is Sweden trying to counteract by dumping lime into lakes? Alex.
Lake water acidity.
Lake water acidity, very good. Sports for both teams. Tapio Korgis is the name. Tapio Korgis took the 1988 Olympic gold medal in the use of this ancient weapon, which he threw 200. Kirk?
The javelin.
It is the javelin. Fine arts, film for both teams. Martin Scorsese's 1980 biography of boxer Jake LaMotta has been selected by a panel of experts as the best film of the 1980s. Name it. Kirk?
Raging Bull.
It is Raging Bull, and you've narrowed the gap slightly as Blue Valley leads a score of 17 to Shawnee Mission Northwest 13. Literature is the next category. When Gulliver landed in the country of Lilliput, he found citizens were very small. What was their average adult height? Luke?
4 inches.
I'm sorry, cannot accept 4 inches. Cougars, chance to steal this literature category. When Gulliver landed in the country of Lilliput, he found the citizens were very small. What was their average adult height? Alex?
Half a meter.
It is not half a meter, it's 6 inches. 6 inches is what we were looking for. World geography for both teams. Rank these South American countries in order from smallest to largest in terms of land area. Here are the 4 countries: Peru, Brazil, Argentina, Paraguay. James.
Paraguay, Peru, Argentina, Brazil.
That's the exact order. Very good. Both teams, science. The science of firefighting, to be exact. There are 2 primary ways to fight an oil well fire. First is to pour large amounts of water on the blaze. If it doesn't work or not enough water is available, firefighters will attack it with what? Alex.
Explosions.
Explosions. Very good. We also would have accepted dynamite on that one. World history for both teams. On August 30th, 1914, the Germans made this capital the first major city bombed by airplanes. Alex?
London.
It is not London. Tigers, chance to steal this world history category. On August 30th, 1914, the Germans made this capital the first major city bombed by airplanes. Name it. Awesome.
Paris.
It is Paris. Spelling for both teams. How do you spell hieroglyphic? Alex.
HIEROGLYPHIC.
That is it. Very good. Both teams, here we go. The next category is general knowledge. Among the more spectacular ways to die are being trampled by an elephant, being eaten by a shark, or being eaten by a crocodile. Statistically, which is least likely? Kirk?
Trampled by an elephant.
Sorry, that is incorrect. Tigers, chance to steal this general knowledge category. Among the most spectacular ways to die are being trampled by an elephant, being eaten by a shark, or being eaten by a crocodile. Statistically, what is the least likely? Luke Coe.
Being eaten by a shark.
Being eaten by a shark is correct. I don't know why that's general knowledge. I didn't know that. All right. Both teams, here we go. The next category is current events. Name the Green Party presidential candidate. James?
Jill Stein.
Jill Stein. Very good. Both teams, fine arts, dance is the category. This one is talking about 1 in 4/4 time. It is in 4/4 time, highly stylized, and involves hopping, beating one foot against the opposite ankle, and a kick to the side. What is this traditional Scottish dance? Alex?
A jig?
I'm sorry, a jig is incorrect. Tigers, chance to steal this fine arts dance category. It is in 4/4 time, highly stylized, and involves hopping, beating one foot against the opposite ankle, and a kick to the side. What is this traditional Scottish dance? Luke Coe?
Clogging.
It is not clogging. It's called the Highland Fling. The Highland Fling. Both teams, government, international law is the next category. According to international law, a country holding prisoners of war must allow them to be examined by members of what organization? Awesome.
The Red Cross.
The Red Cross. Very good. Math is the next category. What are the zeros of x squared minus 6x plus 8? Luke C.
2 and 4.
2 and 4. Very good. Literature is the next category. It's a fairly long question, so please pay attention. Melville's Moby Dick opens with the oft-heard, "Call me Ishmael." What epic opens with an angry man? There is my story, a bitter rancor of Achilles, prince of the house of Peleus, which brought 1,000 troubles upon... James?
The Iliad.
It is the Iliad. Science, chemistry for both teams. What is the correct chemical formula for sodium chlorate? Alex?
NaClO3.
That is it. Very good. U.S. history for both teams. Who was the vice president during the Kennedy administration? Awesome.
Johnson.
Johnson. Very good. Literature, poetry for both teams. I'll give you the closing line and you identify the poem. Here it is. While God is marching on. Kirk? I'm sorry, that is incorrect. Tigers, you have the chance to steal this literature poetry category. I'll give you the closing line and you identify the poem. While God is marching on. Luke Coe?
Battle Hymn of the Republic.
It is Battle Hymn of the Republic. Music, lyrics, another music lyrics question. All right, what is the first stanza of the song Clementine? Kirk?
Oh my darling, oh my darling.
Sorry, cannot accept that. Tigers, chance to steal this music lyrics category. What is the first stanza of the song Clementine? In a cavern in a canyon, excavating for a mine, dwelt a miner 49er and his daughter Clementine. Both teams, here we go. The sports is the category. Who was the first NFL receiver to have 100-plus yard, first NFL receiver to have 100-plus yard receiving games in their first 3 starts with a new team? Awesome.
Randy Moss.
It is Randy Moss. Very good. Geography, Canada is the category. Which province is in the Canadian section of Niagara Falls? James?
Quebec.
I'm sorry, Quebec is incorrect. Cougars, you have a chance to steal this Geography Canada question. In which of the provinces of Canada is the Canadian section of Niagara Falls? Alex?
Ontario.
It is Ontario. Oh, with that siren, that does denote the end of our game. And we have a score of Blue Valley 27 and Shawnee Mission Northwest 17. Please join us again here next time here on Categories as we will bring you the best and brightest high school minds throughout Johnson County. Good first game, guys. Nice job.